Can you imagine a world where you can send 300 text messages to people you want to invite to an event directly from your personal cell phone? And that invite is a graphic that has a hyperlink in it, meaning you're sending a pretty picture, and that picture, when they click on it, takes them to the website for the event. How life-changing would that be? Well, do I have the tech tools for you today? Welcome to Recharging with Champions, and this edition is a tech tools edition, which is very near and dear to my heart because if there's one thing that I know and that I love, it is technology. Today, I'm going to do a high-level overview of two things that I just want to make sure that as people out there marketing and creating events and doing all of these wonderful things, that you have some tools that help. Now, please know that I'm going to do an overview. This is a podcast. I'm going to talk about what these tools can help you with. But if you are wanting to actually get down and use some of these tools, I always have the how-to. Whatever tech tool I'm giving, if you go to my YouTube channel, Recharging with Champions, you are going to see that there is a video that actually goes through how to, from start to finish, use the tools that we are going to talk about today. So let's dive in with our very first Tech Tools edition. And can I just tell you that, in my history, I love doing events. And as a mortgage lender, we do a lot of events, whether that be for, past client events. We do some where we bring people in. I had a great client event this last fall that we had a pumpkin patch event, where we just get to say thank you to all of our clients. And once a month, I host a Breakfast of Champions where I bring in realtors and business and industry, real estate industry professionals. And we just talk about cool things and learn together. So I had this need. And because I was using tech tool number one, which is the Reach app, to send text invitations, because as you know, text is probably the number one way to communicate right now. It's maybe not always my favorite, but people pick up their phone and they're texting and answering when they might be too busy to pick up their phone. And so text has become really, really big. One of the things that I use that I want to make sure that everyone out there in the universe that has a need of sending a blanket message or invite to multiple people knows that is out there. It is called Reach, Reach. It is an app. It is both for Apple and for Droid. So both platforms can use this really cool tool, which is really just a shortcut maker. I'm going to call it a shortcut maker, right? So it allows you to take 50 names that you have on an Excel spreadsheet, a CSV file. And again, remember, I'm broad spectring here. If you want to know how, you're going to go find that video on my YouTube channel, Recharging with Champions. But you're going to upload that CSV file of 50, 100, 200 names with just their names and their phone numbers that you want to send the text to this application called Reach. And then for a subscription, you do have to pay for a monthly subscription. It is super inexpensive. I try not to give any tech tools here that are going to break the bank. So this one is an inexpensive monthly fee. So if you just need it for 1 month, get it for a month and then cancel it and re-up it the next time you have a big event. I have them regularly, so I keep that on a monthly subscription, of course. But this app will then allow you to send a text message to that entire group from your cell phone. I know there's a ton of tools out there, and I get them. I get them from recruiters. I get them from companies trying to sell me leads. In all honesty, I hate those texts. I know everybody hates getting those texts. They're junk texts, right? They're spam. You can see that they're spam. Well, this actually uses your phone to send the messages. It was just super cool. So I create this message, I send it to the entire group, and then you must put your phone down. This is important because your phone is going to now be sending out messages for a long time. So don't do this when you know you're expecting an important phone call or you've got to be on the phone for a little bit. Make sure you do this when you have a few minutes to set the phone down and let it do its shortcut. That is what Reach is doing. It is a shortcut to allow you to send bam, bam, bam. Lots of different messages to different people without having to retype it, cut and paste, or use an app that is not actually using your phone number. Because they're going to know your phone number more than likely. So they might actually look at that text. That is my first tech tool. Reach is amazing. It does have some limitations, however, which brought me to my next tech tool because, again, I like to make things simple and I'm a creative cat. I like them to look good. Presentation is important, guys. And if you're in marketing and business development, I feel like you know this, right? My next tech tool came out of using that Reach app regularly to send invites to people for an event. And I spend a little bit of time in Canva. By the way, I'm not going to do a basic Canva tutorial here. Canva is an amazing website that allows you to do graphics and so much more. If you have not discovered Canva, I feel like 90% of us have discovered Canva, especially if you are actively marketing and doing graphics and flyers and all of those things, right? But Canva has a premium subscription, but it has a lot of bells and whistles. Say that 3 times fast. And those bells and whistles include a way that you can create a page that you can send as a graphic that has hyperlinks embedded. In other words, if I'm going to send you a text and I want to send a text of a graphic that is my invite, I've made this beautiful invite on Canva, and now I want to send it to you via text and or maybe on my social media feed, right? I want to be able to click the graphic and go to an HTML, go to a live website. And if you do that with a picture, you can't do that. You can't text a JPEG or a photo and allow them to touch that photo and go to a link. You'd have to send the photo and then you'd have to send the link separately for the registration or for more information. So especially with Reach, because remember, Reach is all about sending one text and being done. And you can't send a PDF. A PDF is an option specifically for iPhones. Droids have a little tendency to goof up with PDF. I'm not sure what that limited. I'm an Apple user. I switched over a couple years ago. Don't hate me, Droid users. But PDFs are an option, but they don't come across your text message pretty. Does that make sense? When I send you a PDF, it just says PDF. And I don't like that. I like pretty colors. If you know me, you know I want to be extra. I want when I send that invitation for it to look really good. Canva has this option that is to create a landing page. Now, don't freak out. Yes, that does mean that we are technically going to create a one-spot website. But it's so simple, especially if you created your graphic in Canva, because Canva allows you to start a new project and grab in the graphics from another project and just dump them right in, adjust as needed, and plug and play, which is wonderful. This is creating a website, but remember, we're just creating a one-page website. It does not take much, and hey guys, Canva gives you the free domain. So you don't even have to go out there and get a domain if you don't want to. If you've already got one, great. But if you don't want to hassle with all of that, Canva with their premium edition even comes with a free domain that you can use to create this landing page. Now, again, I'm not going to go through exactly how to do this. Know that it's out there and know that if you want to do it, I have got a step-by-step. It's like 6 steps. It's really not difficult. It is so easy to go and create this landing page. So if you want the how-to, if this is like, holy crap, yes, I've wanted to be able to send a text that was a graphic with a hyperlink in it. I mean, wow, right? If that is something that you would like to do, or I would like to have a landing page or a website that is just for my event that I can put on social media that has the graphic on Facebook, something like that. That is where you can put in the hyperlink and it shows the pretty graphic. That is what this is for. So go check out Recharging with Champions. You're going to look for Canva landing page. That is what we are going to be teaching in that. But basically, it lets you create this one-stop landing page with an interactive hyperlink. You're bringing in the graphics from your invite that you've already made and sent, right? But this is the graphic from your invite. You're just plugging it right over into this cool website, and you can have hyperlinks. I can have a hyperlink that takes me to my registration page. I can have a hyperlink that takes me to, maybe if this is for a house, if I'm a real estate agent and I want to have an invite to an open house that I'm sending to all of my real estate agent friends, if I'm doing a realtor open, you can have a link that goes right to that house so they can scroll through and see the house. Anything that needs registration, anything that needs pass through, this beautiful landing page is a great way of doing that. You can also add a capture app to it if you want to. So you go to the landing page, and if they want more information, they have to be captured into a name and an email address type of a thing. Really, there's so many options you could use this for. So tech tool number 2 came because I wanted to be able to send a reach with a website rather than attaching a graphic and then having a separate text with the invite. I wanted it all in one, which you can do because remember, you are just taking that website landing page and putting the URL right into your text, which then, you know the way text does, when you send a URL, it makes a pretty little snapshot of the URL and looks fantastic. Hey, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you were just like, holy cow, I didn't know I could do this. Maybe you're not neurotic like me, and maybe you don't care if you have to send 2 text messages to everybody and or it just doesn't look really pretty. I like my invites and I like my info that goes out to be kind of nice looking. And this is a really cool way of doing that. Remember, both of these tech tools, if you want to learn how to send a reach through the Reach app, I have got a little screenshot showing you play by play how to do that. And then also I have got a tech tool on how to create a Canva landing page. Please remember to follow me on my YouTube channel, Recharging with Champions. Also like and follow here. Hey, if you know someone else that is in this industry or somebody that has events, honestly, I mean, this is a real estate RE, recharging, but it would go for anybody that's having to do marketing. Share my information. This was super helpful to me, and I had to search and hunt and peck. Let's cut that out. This is easy. Please pass it on and stay tuned for our next episode where we will be interviewing Miss Sheena, and we are going to talk about leading in marketing. Talk to you next time.